And good evening. Good Wednesday evening. Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich over there on X. And this is Let's Talk Football, NFL football. Week 5, we're getting ready to just started the week. Didn't we just start? It's going, man. It's going. We just finished week 4. We're in week 5. And we're here to talk some football. And hello, Tina. Thank you for being here. Glad to see you. And Tony D, salute to you, sir. I was getting ready to say hashtag positive start to the day. We did the morning broadcast this morning, but we're here for Let's Talk Football. We got Tina, our Jersey girl, is in, and we have Tony D. And good morning to the missus. It's not more. Tony says hi. Good morning. With positive start today. Oh, okay. So we got a good start here. But this is just a casual talk about football. And what do you give me the temperature? I'm not doing the weather. This is football, my friend. He's freaking busting my chops here. He's putting up, you got this on automatic speed dial here. He's doing salute positive start to the day. That's the morning show. The morning, and I do a morning broadcast just to segue into what Tony's doing here to me, making me laugh. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do a morning coffee broadcast. We get to start the day started and with the morning coffee, just shooting the breeze, talking about the weather, thought for the day, what the national day is, and a little bit of history. A little bit about sports, and then some news, some interesting news articles up in my neck of the woods here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside on this October 2nd, 2024. Current time is 7:05 p.m. We're in the evening. This is my evening broadcast here for football season. And I'd like to mention Tony's there in the broadcast. He has a broadcast on Sundays. It's called Belt Kings Fantasy Football broadcast, where he talks about the fantasy football aspect. And we also talk about some football in there. He has a good panel, and I'm one of the knuckleheads. I'll say knuckleheads. Knuckleheads. It's one of the boneheads there that the talk football. I don't really know squat. I love football. I love the play, love the aspect of it. But Tony comes on his broadcast, Belt Kings Fantasy Football, 10:30 Sunday mornings. And then right afterwards, we have another one that's on the horizon here. Our friends over there at Nonsensical Network, Glick, does Unnecessary Roughness broadcast here at 12. And he has a good panel over there as well. And both panels very astute on the football goings-ons and stuff and whatnot. So let me see what we have here as far as Oh, what? I forgot to bring up my notes. I just got done finishing typing up my notes, and I put them back down. Let me bring up my notes here for week 5. For Let's Talk Football, NFL football. And for those that are watching, I got this start. I this past spring, I did the UFL football season on a weekly basis to go over the teams and stuff like that. And I figure, what the heck? I've been doing the wins. We're here to get the list of wins and losses there to put on a list there, and we have the tally here. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I'm trying to present here. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I just want to bring up my present board, the whiteboard as I would call it. And there it is. Let's talk football. There's the whiteboard. Okay, we got that up. Okay, that's good. So okay, we're gonna have to toggle back and forth. Okay, that's a little bit different than doing the web pages. So let's talk football. And let's see. Let's go over last week's scores. We're going to do the nuts and bolts of it. The last week's scores, you probably already know who won and lost, but we're still going to go over it nonetheless. And here's how we lined up last week. Cowboys last Thursday beat my New York Giants, which they're just a sorry team. I've written them off for the whole season. If they just barely win 10, 8 to 10, maybe 8 games, I'll say. Can they possibly win 8 games? We'll see. They're 1-3 right now. The Cowboys won last week, 20-15, and then we had. Make sure I don't. Going into Sunday, the Falcons. That was an upset, I think. The Falcons won over but that was at a home game, 26-24 between those two teams, and Bears beat the Rams. I don't think people are saying the Rams aren't that great now. I think you might want to give them a chance. Just remember what happened to the Ravens here before they gave my Buffalo Bills a shellacking this last weekend. They came back strong. So the Rams they lost to the Bears 24-18. Of course, that was the Bears home game. And then the Panthers, they lost to the Bengals. We're on the road there. They beat the Panthers 34-24. Eagles got trounced by the Buccaneers. Okay, Buccaneers. I'm not giving the Buccaneers the respect they should, but maybe if they win this week, maybe I will. And then we got the Steelers lost to the Colts in a close one, 27-24. Vikings, that was another close one. Sam Donaldson. Vikings, one of two teams that are undefeated this going into week 5. And they beat the Packers 31-29. That was a big win for them. Big win. And let me check one thing on my notes here. Oh, that's not the picks. That's okay. I'm gonna have to change that around. Just noticed something. I believe I have the wrong picks for CBS guy. Okay. Moving on. Jaguars, they lost to the Texans 24-20. They're 0-4. I don't see them winning this weekend either. So that's just a hint. And Tina's back, and she's saying hi to Tony there. Broncos won against the Jets. That's a close one. The Jets and let's see, Jets and Minnesota they're on a road. They're over there in London this weekend, so we got an early game there. Just to note that the Jets are. I don't see them winning against Minnesota, but though they are the favorite, I think we'll check that out here. Commanders, they watch the Commanders 42-14. They gave a shellacking to the Cardinals, And then the 49ers won decisively over the Patriots. Even though they're 2-2, they're a team to contend with still. 30-13. Browns. Let's see. Let's bring this up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Browns lost to the Raiders. I don't know what's going on with the Browns. And the Raiders, I haven't figured them out yet. So Chiefs won against the Chargers. Chargers gave them a run for their money in the first half, but ended up losing to the Chiefs. Bills, they got their asses handed to by the Ravens Sunday night, 25-10. And then on the Monday night games, two good Monday night games, the Titans won decisively over the Dolphins, 31-12. And Seahawks lost to the Lions, 42-29. That 42 points to 29 it's got to tell you that they are a football team to reckon with as far as that goes. So those are our last week's scores. And that bugs me about that. Did I change that? Let me see. Let me check something real quick on my notes. Pete Presco, he's the CBS person that oh no, I got this. Okay, I got this guy. Okay, I got the games there for this upcoming week. So those are our scores as far as that goes. I do have an article. We're going to put that off to the side here and get to the nuts and bolts on the for the football. Let's see. Tony, yeah, you gave me your let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, you got 14. There's 14 games this week because we got 4 teams that are on a bye week. And let me go ahead and put that. I just copied that. I'm going to put that in the notes, Tony. Thank you very much for those picks. I did get Brian's picks, and I told him that just to let it out a little bit, teaser there. Brian was he won this past weekend. He didn't get the record, though. Somebody else has the record that won week 1. Okay, let me see. Let me put Tony's picks in his slot here, Tony D's slots, and then I can plug them. I got picks from Tony D. I got picks from Ted Hicks and Brian's picks. Still waiting on Michael's picks, and Tina's going to give me her picks. I would take it after this broadcast. And there's ads going on right now, so she's watching on Twitch. So we'll wait for them to come in here. Let me see what we're going to do next here. I think it's power rankings. Because of last week's games, we'll go right into the power rankings. Yeah, power rankings. And in the power rankings, are such. Okay, you're back. I was just going to say, Tina, you and Michael are the only ones I haven't gotten. I think you're going to send me your picks after this broadcast, I take it, right? And are you serious? Lots of laughs. What do you mean serious? Serious about what? And then Captain Rehab is I don't know what's going on with Captain Rehab unless he pops in here today. Are you serious? Lots of laughs. Serious about what? I'm not sure what that pertains to, Tony, but on the on the power rankings for last week, the Commanders went up 9 slots. Okay, so Commanders are now in the top 10, and the Eagles have dropped 9 spots. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this power ranking listing up. And Big Juice, hey, Steve. Oh, Brian, yeah, it surprised me, Tony. He was just kicking ass. So we'll go over that chart here in a little bit. I was surprised. You're still doing good, okay? You're still doing good. Hey, Big Juice, coming in from Ohio. Thank you for being here, my friend. The power rankings, as you can see on this listing, you have the Commanders. They went up 9. Eagles went down 9. Chiefs are still at number 1. Then you have number 2 is the Vikings. This is all pertaining to. I can pick them here if you want. Okay, okay. Let's see. And Tina saying hi, Steve. Kansas City, they're making it interesting each and every week, but they are finding a way to win. And some of the games, they look like they're going to lose, but they pull it out. The Vikings, like I said, they're one of 2 teams. The Kansas City Chiefs are the other team that's we had 5 last week. We're down to 2. Kansas City Chiefs are 4-0, and the Vikings are 4-0, thanks to Sam Donaldson and the rest of the players. They are rolling. They are rolling. The Vikings are on both sides of the ball. They dominate the Packers Sunday for most of the game before letting them back in late. They will be challenged by the Jets. I don't think they're going to be challenged by the Jets. I think they're going to mow over the Jets in London. That's my prediction. So I already gave you away one of my picks there. I'm not picking the Jets, not the Vikings. Unless the Vikings take a dump, I can't see that. After they're 4-0, I think they got a well-oiled machine. Sam Donaldson, I think he's trying to prove something this season, saying, "Hey, Jets, look at me. I'm 4-0. I'm going to be 5-0." And you guys supposed to have the wonder Aaron Rodgers there, who incidentally I saw in the injury reports he's still going to be available, or he's still going to play, but he's grabbing his leg a little bit. I don't know if that hamstring is coming back to haunt him. So number 3, let's see. Tina saying hi to Steve. Steve is saying hi to Tina. Number 3 is the Texans. Okay, Buccaneers number 4. I don't know. I think the Lions should be ahead of them. And Ravens, they're making a comeback. They're number 6. The Bills are still in the top 10 because they're 3-1. That was a heartfelt loss there for the Bills. They lost the first time at Baltimore and didn't play well. They didn't play well. They played sloppy. They were beat up on both ends, and they did. Now they had to a tough game at Houston. That's going to be a good game right there. Washington Commanders, number 8. It's time to believe in the group. Jaden Daniels has turned the team to the best. I think it's more than just a quarterback. He's probably given the leadership, but you got some good players on there. Steelers, even with their loss, they're still up there with a 3-1 record. Number 9, Packers coming in with 2 wins, 2 losses. Jordan Love was back, but it was clear he was rusty with the injury and loss to the Vikings. The defense certainly wasn't as good as it has been, which is a concern. Seahawks, they went down 7 spots. And then the Cowboys, they went up 3 at 2-2. They still don't look right. And they don't look right. There's something going on there. I'm not sure. Bears are number 14, Falcons 15, Eagles 16, Broncos 17. Jets are in 18. They dropped 7 spots. I think they're starting to the Saints also, I'm not sure. And as you can see, the Chargers, they dropped 6. Colts are still at 21. Bengals, they went up 6 spots. The Raiders, they went up 7 spots. Cardinals dropped 1. Rams dropped 6. They dropped. Titans went up with their win. Dolphins dropped 3. Browns dropped. Patriots dropped. And oddly enough, where were the Giants? Oh, they were what's the Giants? 26. They just don't do enough on offense. And now Naders is hurt. The team is heading for changes after this season. Yeah, I'm surprised they're at 26. They should be down in the bottom. They should be down there below the Panthers and stuff like that. So just told Rehab that you need his picks. Yeah, he missed out last week, so he's just in a weekly thing. If he's here, he's here. So thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Okay, this week's schedule, we got tomorrow's night's game. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Atlanta. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and do the picks here, Tina. if you don't mind. Oh, no, I can't do. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Let me just check something here. Let me check something on my thing. Can I do this? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the picks here as far as that goes. Okay, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I took Atlanta. What did Tony D pick? Let's see. Where's Tony D's picks? He picked Tampa Bay. So, and Tina, who do you pick? Bucks. Okay, Tampa Bay for Tina. Let me plug that in here. Okay. Okay, and the next game, New York Jets and Minnesota. I ended up picking Minnesota. They're in London. That's going to be a 9:30 game. Tony's picking the Jets. Okay. And Tina says Tony picked the Browns. Did Tony pick the Browns? I don't think so. Tina picks Minnesota. Okay. Minnesota. The next game is Carolina at Chicago. I ended up picking Chicago, and Tony took the Bears also. Ted took Chicago also, to let you know. I got Brian's picks too, so Tina's taking Chicago as well. Okay. Next pick, Baltimore at Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's favored. We'll go over the line there. I picked Baltimore. I think Baltimore after last week, I got to give them the respect. Baltimore or Cincinnati? Cincinnati. Okay, going with Cincinnati. Okay, next pick is the Patriots. Miami going into Foxborough to play the Patriots. I think the Patriots can win this one. I took the Patriots, and Tony took. Who did Tony take? Are we missing a Tampa Bay, Jets, Bears, Cowboys, Ravens, Colts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Who did you pick for the Miami Patriots game, Tony? Tina's taking the Pats. Tampa Bay, Jets, Bears, Cowboys. Are we missing it? Did you get mixed up? Tina said Pats. Detroit, Tennessee. Oh, he took Patriots. Okay, I'm sorry. I just didn't see it. Okay, Tony's taking the Patriots. Thank you. I got to open my eyes. It's right there. Okay, next game is Cleveland at Washington. The Commanders. I took Washington, and Tony took the Commanders as well. He's taking Washington. And Tina, you say? Cleveland or Washington? And Tina's taking Washington. Okay. So it looks like Washington. Ted took Washington as well. Next game. Let's see. Next game is Colts, Indiana Colts against Jacksonville. I took the Indiana Colts. And Tony took who did he take? Ravens, Colts. Oh, he took the Colts. He took Indianapolis, and Ted took Indianapolis as well. And Tina says Tina picked Jacksonville. Okay. Jack. Picking the Jacksonville. Okay. Next game is a game that hopefully Buffalo can get back on their feet. Buffalo against Houston in Houston. I picked Buffalo. Tony picked who did Tony pick? I'm looking at his list here. Texans. He picked Houston. And Tina says between the Buffalo Bills and Houston. She's taking Houston. Okay. It looks like I'm going to be the only one. I think Ted picked Houston as well. And let's see, the 4:00 games. We go down. Las Vegas at Denver. I put Denver. And Tony picked, let's see. He picked the Raiders. And Tina's picking Denver as well. And Ted picked the Raiders. Arizona at San Francisco. I ended up picking San Francisco. They're at home. San Francisco, like the Seattle Seahawks, are tough at home. Arizona at San Francisco, Tina. San Francisco. Good choice. Ted picked San Francisco as well. Green Bay at L.A. Green Bay at L.A. I picked the L.A. Rams. And Tony picked... Who's that? Green Bay or the Rams? He picked Packers. Ooh. I think Tina's going to probably pick... Okay, she picked the Packers. Yeah, she's a Packer girl. She likes the Packers. Green Bay. Okay. I think that's a game LA's going to come back like the Baltimore Ravens came back on Buffalo. That's my analogy on that one. That's next one. New York Giants going to Seattle to lose another one. I picked Seattle. Ted picked Seattle. And I think Tony picked Seattle. Ted picked Seattle. So, Tina, I think you're going to pick Seattle, right? Don't tell me you're going to pick the Jersey. They're going into Seattle. And Tina says, you're picking Seattle? Okay. All right. Okay, good. Oh, I said that exciting. I thought you were going to say Giants. I think that's a given. And then there's two Monday night games. I like the concept of 2 Monday night games because I can watch one on ABC and I can have the other one on ESPN there. So I can bounce back and forth like I do on Sundays. The first is Dallas at Pittsburgh. I picked Pittsburgh. What did let's see. What did Ted pick? Did he pick Pittsburgh? Yeah, he picked Pittsburgh. Okay, Ted picked Pittsburgh. I forgot to put the T in Pitt. Pittsburgh. Tony picked. Who did you pick on that? Dallas. Yeah, you picked Dallas, didn't you? Cowboys. Yeah, you picked the Cowboys, and Tina's picking Dallas as well. I'm taking Pittsburgh, but Tina's taking Dallas. And the last game, New Orleans at Kansas City. I took Kansas City. Ted took Kansas City, and Tony has taken Kansas City so far. So, Tina, I'm not sure. I got Brian's picks, but I haven't. Let's see. Kansas City. Okay, Kansas City. Let me see. Brian's pick. I got Brian's pick. I haven't taken. He sent me via Twitch. So there's our. Thank you, Tina, for the picks. Those are the games, and let me see something real quick here. The betting spread here. You got Atlanta is a 1.5 point favorite over the Bucks. You got the Vikings are 2.5 favorite over the Jets. Chicago is a 4 point favor against the Cardinals. Ravens are favored by 2.5. Bills are favored by 1 point. Very close game. Jaguars are favored by 3 points over Indianapolis. That's interesting. Miami is favored by 1 point over the Dolphins. That's interesting, too. Commanders are favored over the Cleveland by 3. Denver's favored over Las Vegas by 3. San Francisco's favored by 7.5 points over Arizona. I think that's the most.
Green Bay is favored over the Rams. I think that, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Seahawks are favored by 6 points over the Giants. Steelers are favored over the Dallas Cowboys by 2.5, and Kansas City's favored by 5. So those are the favorites as far as that goes. Now on the whiteboard for last week, how did we turn up? How did we end up last week? Let's see. You only have 13? No, I got 14, Tina. we can't do the math here. These were your picks, Tina. We're gonna go over your picks. I have them in the list, so I got 14 picks from you today. Let me go over them with you. Let's see. You picked in the first game. You picked Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, Cincinnati, Patriots, Washington, Jacksonville, Houston, Denver, San Francisco, Green Bay, Seattle, Dallas, and Kansas City. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's only 14 games, Tina. Okay, that's 14. I got 14 picks from you. So we're good. There's on the bye week, you got Detroit, Tennessee, and Philadelphia, as well as LA Chargers are on the bye week. So we're all good there, Tina. This is how we ended up. Oh, they want that. That's the pick sheet. I had to move that up to the chart. Where's the chart here? Oh, wrong. That was my quick notes. Okay. For last week, week 4, this is how we ended up at the end of the week. You have Brian was first with 12 wins, 4 losses. Tony came in a second, close second with 11 wins, 5 losses. Tony has the record, though. He has 14 wins, 2 losses in week 1. So, but Brian just cleaned up this last weekend. Ted, Michael, and CBS comes in the next group, and then Tina, you're ahead of me because you've been ahead of me more times. So I finished last. And the blank spot, we didn't have no mention with Captain Rehab because we didn't get any picks from him. So overall, and that's for the week there, 64 games. And then overall, this is how we stand overall. Tony is in first place with 30 wins, 18 losses. Ted is in second with 27 and 21. Michael is in third with 26 and 22. CBS comes in fourth with 20. CBS is 500. Tina's ahead of me at 20. Both me and Tina are tied, but Tina's slightly ahead because she's been ahead of me most of the 4 games, 23 and 25. And actually, Brian should be ahead of Captain Rehab because 21, 27. Well, that's not 64, is it? Oh, you know what? I didn't add these in. It should be 64. Uh-oh, I did a mistake here. Let me go back on my notes here, folks. Stand by. Okay, here's the. Hang on. Let me do a real quick. I forgot to update it for my note mode. I got a working notes and then I got the show notes, and the show notes are wrong. So let me put this up here. Do this on the fly here. Okay, I got the updated one. Here's the updated one. Okay, this is the updated one. This is more current. Let me make that a little bigger here so you guys can see it. Okay, this is the updated one right here. Okay, so you got Tony in first, 42 wins, 22 losses. Ted is second, 36 wins, 28 losses. Michael, 35 wins, 29 losses. CBS 33 and 31. And Brian shot up a little bit. He was down behind me. He shot up a couple places. Then Tina and me are tied on the bottom there, 30 and 34. And Captain Rehab, he's missing week 4, but he has a total of 21 and 27 as far as that goes for the win losses and stuff like that. So there we have it as far as that goes with the chart. So those are the games. Now, I've been hearing a lot of talk about injuries, and I was doing some research, and let's peek behind the curtain and see how many players have been doing their best impression of human Jenga pieces during the first 4 weeks of 2024. As of week 4 in 2024, the injury report reads like a suspense novel with plot twists and cliffhangers. Here are some highlights from the low lights, depending on your perspective. MetLife Stadium, a hotspot for both touchdowns and sprained ankles. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where players are either sprinting for the end zone or hobbling on the sideline. Lombardi Field, where cheeseheads cheer and cringe in equal measures. Levi Stadium, home of the 49ers, and a revolving door to rehab sessions. So it's basically the stadiums. These are stadiums that they've had a lot of injuries. Now, there's actually numbers of injuries, of course. Well, it's likely like trying to count raindrops. We have just as many injuries this year. There's going to be injuries. So the injuries are part of the game, but it's constantly changing. But fear not. We got a couple key ones here. Alvin Kamara, to cover a few names and situations. Alvin Kamara of the Saints, his hip and ribs have a heated debate about whether he should suit up. I don't think he should. Cooper Kupp of the Rams, his ankle is playing hide and seek with the game day available. I don't know. He might re-injure it. Anderson Richards and Bryce Young. Anderson Richard of the Colts, Bryce Young of the Panthers, the dynamic duo of comeback stories. They're eyeing a return. We'll see. CJ Mosley of the Jets, his toe has given him the silent treatment, and he's not looking good for Sunday. And that's just the tip of the injury iceberg, because, like I said, there's a lot of injuries. Remember, though, these injury reports are fluid. We're going to have more injuries this week. So I couldn't find a defining number of injuries. So if you're playing the fantasy football, you need to take in consideration the injuries that take place as far as that goes. Injuries, they've always been a part of the game. Some of them are serious. They're trying, the concussion protocol that they have established. That's a real concern, especially with the Miami quarterback there. He shouldn't come back. That's my opinion. You get so many concussions. You should just, it doesn't take much. There's a lot of studies in that field right now. You're going to get Aaron Rodgers. He's reaching for his leg. His hamstrings bother him. He's getting old. He's had several. When you get older and you have injuries, you're going to feel them a little bit more. Even though you don't have the injury, you've recovered from them as far as that goes. Let's see. I think that's about it I have. I have one more article. I don't know if, Tony, you want to come up if you're available. I don't know if you're still here. If not, I can let's see. What do we got for time? We got 40. We're into 40 minutes. So I don't know if Tony would like to come up, send the invitation if he's still there. If not, I got this article. I got one more article I can go over. But the injuries, I've been looking at them as far as that goes. And let's see. NFL Week 5 injury reports. Giants, Malik Neighbors, concussion, doesn't practice. Cowboys lose another starter as far as that goes. So I'm starting to look at that also. That's an aspect I never really looked at before. But the injuries are the same as they were, if not the same, a little bit more, a little, it varies. I think it's just highlighted because we know more about certain injuries than we did before. And some of them can be life-threatening as if player gets older and stuff like that. So I don't know if Tony is still here. No? Okay. Well, we got this this article on Fox News or Fox Sports, NFL players poll, and it's talking. And this is only week 5. We're coming into week 5, so this could change a couple games down the line. But right now, NFL player poll, Bills Josh Allen, they're saying will win the MVP trophy, and Taylor Swift supposedly is good for the league. NFL pundits make their opinions known on a daily basis, but what do the players think of their peers and other storylines? A player poll was recently conducted. Okay, this is the players in the NFL, and was published today, covering a range of topics in the NFL on and off the field. For example, Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Green Bay Packers, was voted the least favorite place to travel to for a road game, while a trip to Los Angeles to face either the Rams or Chargers was voted the best place to go on the road. This is from the players of the NFL now, okay? So I found that interesting. NFL players also overwhelmingly agree the league was doing enough to educate them about the rules surrounding betting on games following several high-profile violations and suspensions, with 83.3% voting yes to the question. In a far closer decision, a majority of the NFL players support teams using public taxpayers' funds to help build stadiums. Well, of course, it's not their money. I disagree with that, players, with 42.6% saying yes, 35% saying no. The players aren't getting any gratitude from me on that one. And 21% are undecided. But the most noteworthy response had to do with the most likely next NFL MVP winner. Coverting, I don't know how they pronounce it, but the Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyree Hill on the team, and yes, the Taylor effect. But the most notable one is likely. Okay, for the Buffalo Bills, I guess he's at 17.6% for the next to win the first NFL MVP. His stats so far for 2024: 814 yards passing, 106 yards rushing, 7 passing. He's always up there, either one or he is behind Mahomes. He's like the number 2 quarterback, I think. The only thing that's Mahomes is ahead of Josh Allen's because he's got 2 Super Bowls. But let's see. So far, Josh has 2 rushing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, which is knock on wood on that one. That's what was plaguing him last year, was his interceptions. He has 116.5 passing rating, 69.3% completion rating. The runner-ups for the MVP will be, they're looking at this time, okay? At this particular time. It could change next week. Cincinnati's quarterback Joe Burrows, 15%. San Francisco 49ers run back Christian McCaffrey at 10%. Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud's 7.8%, and Green Bay Packers Jordan Love. Now these are the players that are voting for this now. Okay, so I guess with Josh Allen came out number 1 with 17.6%. So the Atlantic says, I feel like he's due for one. One player who picked Allen told the Athletic. That's the ones that did this poll. So one player says he deserves one. I don't know when, but he's going to get one. Now on the Taylor Swift thing, is Taylor Swift's NFL presence been a positive thing for the league? This is from the players now. This is how they voted. They voted 72.5% of the players voted yes. I found that pretty intriguing. 4.9% said no, and then there was 22.5% didn't care. Say screw it, I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I'm here to play football. But 72.5% says it's a positive thing that Taylor Swift is. She has her presence there. But an overall majority of players voted that Swift's presence in the NFL has been positive, with one player saying that he thinks it's been a boost for the league. I don't know. Maybe last year was more of a boost. I think at the end of the day, it's a business, and you need to get as many eyes as possible, to be looking at the game. So why not bring the fans that are Swifties, I guess. And she brings a lot of eyes. So, if that increases the salary cap, I don't think anybody's going to be too mad about that one. Swift started dating Kansas City Chiefs star tight end Travis Kelce there last season, which dominated the headlines and stuff like that. Okay, now this is the players. Most annoying player seems to be the Philadelphia Eagles defensive back, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, 20.9%. Runner-ups is Las Vegas Raiders defensive tackle Christian Wilkins, 11.9%. Raiders defensive end Maxie Cosby, 7.5%. Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle Brandon Graham, 6%. Graham Johnson was named biggest trash talker by the players poll last year and still won in a divisive fashion this year, even though the question was broader. This is interesting. I didn't see this one, the power rankings. That's a good visual. Let me go ahead and put this one. Let me put this one up on the power rankings. Let's see. Where's the power rankings here? Put this. I talked about the power rankings. Let me get this set up here. Let's just backtrack to the power rankings. All right, where's my thing here? Oh, it's right over here. Hang on. So just to give you an idea, I sort of talked the power rankings, but let's go ahead and I just saw this visual. So this is the power rankings after 4 weeks of play. So you can see that's, I think that goes along with my lines. Yeah. Okay, so there's the power rankings. And okay, Tony, I just heard knocking. What the? Oh, okay, Tony, you still there? Ready when you? Oh, okay, let me send you the link. I didn't think you were there. I just wanted to go over that article, Tony. Let's go ahead and bring Tony up. Let me send him the link here. Let's stop sharing, and we'll send Tony an invite. I'm sorry, Tony. I got long-winded there. I didn't see the notes. What's this note? We got messages. Okay, Michael Bathurst, he sent me his. What we got? Okay. Here we go, Tony. Okay, Tony, the link's in the link is in the chat. I just DM'd you the link. So if you want to come up, I'm sorry, I didn't scroll up on the things here. Not paying attention to the and Tina says, I can sleep better now. I know. Oh, okay, Tony. Let's see if Tony comes up. And yeah, we got about 10 minutes. We're coming up on an hour. Tony said, here he is, the man.
What's going on?
How you doing, sir? Good evening.
Good.
So what'd you think of that players poll that I just talked about? Did you listen to it?
The players raking each other. That's hilarious, actually.
I just caught it. I just came across that just before going up. I said, that's the article right there. That's the interesting article. I wanted to bring up something about the injuries because I was listening to our friend Michael Bathurst's broadcast today, and he's always talking about the injuries and stuff. And I wanted to see what the significance is this year compared to last year. Nobody wants to give a diehard number, so they're about the same. If not, they're up a little, down a little. But I think that there's more emphasis on concussions, which, if you can see, I didn't have a concussion when I hit my head when I was mowing the lawn. I hit the tree, But the important thing is, though, on the injuries, though, in football, the concussion is very, very sensitive subject.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. What's up, Big Juice? What's going on, man?
Big Juice. So there he is, Big Juice. I don't know about your Browns this year. I didn't pick the Browns. Browns are
looking shaky as normal.
Yeah. So why did you pick the Jets for Sunday's game in London?
I feel kind of good about them. They got a bit of a flow going, so I'm gonna roll with it.
Okay.
I'm chancing the Raiders on that pick. Let me see what I did here. Let me see. You're gonna make me relook at what I did because I changed my pick last week, and that messed me up because Miami was like trash during that game.
Yeah.
Tennessee ran all over them.
When I was doing the looking at the injuries and stuff like that, so when I came across the thing, I guess Aaron Rodgers has been reported he's been grabbing at the back of his leg a little bit. So I told Mike a couple weeks ago he ain't 100%. I said, I don't think he is. You hear that? That's an observation by some people there that he's good to go. They say though, so he's
making himself good to go, which is fine. But I see it. Jets Vikings. Why did I take the Jets?
Yeah. It's given the Vikings you're risking
Vikings
it?
Are 4-0, but I'm risking that one.
Yeah.
I took the Bucks over the Falcons.
That's a divisional one, isn't it?
That's a divisional one, but Falcons they're looking better, but the Bucks are still they gelling. They're gelling. Baker Mayfield is crunk.
Yeah.
They are gelling hard. Panthers and Bears, no question. I took the Bears.
Bears, yeah.
Cowboys and Steelers. I took Dallas because
that could be a good game.
That could be a good game. Najee Harris,
but it's in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh hurt. They were hurting from last week's loss, I think.
Maybe the Ravens and the Bengals. I took the Ravens.
Right.
I like what I saw last week. I do. I like what I
Ravens.
saw.
I'm a Bills fan, and I watched that game, and I'm like, dude, they just came out like gang. That's the Ravens of old.
Yes,
where they just come out.
Offense. The offense was rolling.
They were scary.
Rolling. Derrick Henry looked like his old self.
Oh
Dolphins
my God.
I don't have no faith in the Dolphins right now. Like I said, they got their butts whipped last week. I'm gonna go ahead and chance the Patriots. Commanders and Browns. I'm gonna take the Commanders. The Browns did I take the Browns? Or did I take the Commanders?
You took the Commanders.
I took the Commanders. Yeah.
Yeah. You talk about the quarterback. They got a good quarterback.
They're on a roll right now.
That quarterback is going to be somebody for the Commanders there. He is gelling. I mean, I don't think it's been a while since the Commanders had a quarterback of that caliber, I think. And he's a rookie, right?
Yes, he's a rookie.
Yeah, I think he's one of the rookies that are really shining, but he's not getting a lot of spotlight there and stuff like that.
The Colts and the Jaguars, I took the Colts, no brainer.
Yeah.
Even though the Jaguars may switch it up on me, I took the Colts. Jaguars look ridiculous. Texans and Bills, I'm taking the Texans. Now, watch that game. Texans and Bills, y'all might want to pay attention to that game. The Bills may pull that off. I'm not done with them entirely, but the Texans are just rolling right now, and you gotta be a part of that train. You just have to.
Yeah.
Raiders and Broncos. I took the Raiders because I don't know about them damn Broncos. And
Yeah,
regardless
I
of
don't
issue-
know. Knicks, I think is a good quarterback for the Denver
Yeah.
this year. He's
Yeah.
he's a good quarterback, and then yeah, as far as that goes, and then you took Seattle. Geno, he played pretty good this last. They just couldn't get it
Geno-
together.
Geno and them got a system. That's
Yeah.
that's all it is.
Oh yeah, they were talking about that on Monday night. They say they got a new system they're working, and you can see they're playing good ball because of
playing
it.
phenomenal. The Raiders and the Broncos, like I said, the Raiders are up and down, iffy. That one can go either way. 49ers and Cardinals, I'm still going to take the 49ers. I am.
49ers, they're tough. Packers?
No, I'm on the Cardinals and 49ers. I'm rolling down the ESPN list. My apologies.
Oh, okay.
The Cardinals, I think the 49ers will pull it off. I just do.
Yeah, I think they're in San Francisco and stuff like that, and I think
I think the 49ers are going to pull that off.
yeah.
Packers and Rams, I took the Packers. Rams got injuries I think people should be concerned about. So I just took Green Bay on that one. Plus, I said I got to stop doubting Green Bay. I really do got to stop doubting them.
Yeah,
Seahawks and Giants. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was just looking at the injuries, comparing that to the Packers. Packers, let's see, Rams. Oh wow, they got a list and a half.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they do have. And Packers. Let's see, Green Bay. Where's Green Bay? Green Bay. Oh yeah, they got their list is half as many. So that could be a okay. I might have to change my pick.
Big Juice. No, it won't be. They won't be done for the season. Not just yet. We're not even halfway through yet. I'm not going to say that. We're not even through yet. I mean, not even halfway through yet.
What's that? Seriously, question. If the Browns lose this one, no, I think you got to give. I think you see where they stand after what, 9 games. Then you can probably say that if you're not. It's sort of like if you're not playing 500 ball in baseball at the All-Star game, you're not going to make, you're not going to have a chance of catching up and stuff like that. So I think it's right around game 8 and 9. That's when I start saying that they don't. I know one team that's not going to make the playoffs. That's going to be the Giants.
Right now, it don't look like it. It don't. Like I said, Seahawks, Giants. I'm taking Seahawks. That's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
And then Saints and Chiefs, I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I'm not even gonna play with it. I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah, that's a good pick, but they're one of 2 teams that are still undefeated, them and the Minnesota Vikings and stuff.
Yes.
Because last week we had 5, this week we have 2. We may still have 2 because I think both of those teams can win their games and stuff like that. They're pretty tough and stuff like that. So
Agreed.
That's good. And so it's just. But did you get a response back from Captain? Did you hear anything? Have you heard from Captain Rehab? Because this is unusual. I
told him we was just on Canteen in one room, and he's drunk, so I left him a message for him.
Okay. I'm thinking he's
working. That joke, we're gonna have to catch up later.
Yeah, if he pops them in, he pops them in. Yeah. It's no big deal. We move on and stuff like that as far as that goes. So, but that's cool. Okay. But we're in week 5. Football. It's going by quick now. It seems like we're just talking about week 4. Now it's week 5. So the games are going along, and
yes, exactly. Big Juice. He's drunk. Case closed.
Okay.
Case closed. The joke is out of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, that's about all I have on my list. I got the nuts and bolts of it and stuff like that, and a few things on the fry. Appreciate you coming up as always. And for the folks that are watching, this gentleman over here, he has fantasy Bell Kings fantasy football on Sundays at 10:30. And his 3rd season, we have a riot on it. Yeah, we have a really good time. This is just a chew the fat type broadcast, but his broadcast, we really Tony and Michael, they really go in depth. They're like, oh, okay, I never even thought about that. So you guys, it's a great. I just feel very grateful, Tony, to be one of the panel members and stuff.
Man, I'm glad you want to be there. Thank you for that.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun, and that's I look forward to it. It really starts the Sunday off, as far as that goes. I mean, I'm already set up here like almost an hour before it start time. I'm like a little kid in a candy store there as far as that goes, because it is a good start to the Sunday football. Well, the thing is now we're gonna when you bring your show Sunday, there'll be a game in progress as far as that goes.
Sunday, no, we do it before the game start. Give people.
We're gonna do it before 9:30. The game is 9:30 for London.
Oh, the London game.
Yeah, the London game.
Yeah, I'll probably be during the game. Yes, we'll be during that one.
I'll probably have it on a side tablet or something like that. That's just
is it on Prime?
Let me see. ESPN schedule. That is on. Oh, it's on NFL Network.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, that's NFL Network. So I won't have the TV on. Well, I could have the TV on because I have the football background when I'm on your broadcast. I don't use it on this broadcast.
Right.
So, or no, I could have it on my tablet. I have a tablet that I watch TV on too, so I could have it on there just to see what's going on and stuff. Because, I'm. What do you think about the talking about the shows here? The two. You think they're gonna? This is like the second week they've had 2 Monday Night Football games. Is that going to be?
We talked about that the other week.
The
players were against Thursday Night Football, so I'm not going to give any issues against 2 Monday Night Football games.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you got people that are watching on Monday night. It makes sense for the NFL. It does. Right. So I'm not mad about it.
Right.
You know, you got a chance to see. You have more of a chance to see your favorite team play on regular channels, if you will. So I'm good with that. Most, the old school way, we just had 3 games during the week, maybe 4 if you're flipping channels and all that. So this is good. The more access to your team, because a lot of people aren't in their home team area, I'm good with that entirely.
What's the world coming to?
Yeah, what is the world coming to? You're right, Big Juice. You're right. You're right.
Well, they expand the teams and stuff like that. We get more teams. It'll be like the NBA. We'll have games every night.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Okay, we're sitting at an hour. We're going to go ahead and close this down, folks. For the people that are in the chat, thank you very much, and thank you for your picks there, Tina. And those that are watching on the replay, thank you very much. What's going on? You
watching the news? Don't mind me. I'm just watching the news.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got the news in the background.
Yeah.
So we got Tony D here on the broadcast here. Make sure you check him out over there on X. I got his card.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Check him out. He'll be posted. He posted over there. As far as that goes, and with that, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left. And you folks have a great Wednesday evening. Enjoy week 5, and make sure we'll see you all on Tony D's broadcast here on Sunday, Belt Kings Fantasy Football. Take care, folks. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace.
And let's go Mets.
Yes.